So, recruiting brokers may have told you that you can make as much money as you want in the real estate business. But is that really the truth? Well, as someone that's been in this business for 6 years and walked away from my corporate job at the age of 22, I'm gonna break down exactly what you should expect your first year in the real estate business. Welcome to the video. So in this video, we're going to talk about the truth. What should you expect your very first year in real estate? Well, the truth is 87% of new real estate agents fail out of the business within 1 to 2 years of obtaining their real estate license. Those are some really bad numbers, but it doesn't have to be that way. So real estate is a great opportunity if you want to become your own boss, make a lot of money, and eventually achieve financial freedom. The challenge is there's very little training, and a lot of real estate companies, they don't do a lot of training. They don't spend a lot of time to show you the ropes of the business. So a lot of people get into the business with unrealistic expectations, and because of that, they fail out. So in this video, we're gonna go over some of the big challenges you're gonna face that nobody's telling you about. We're also gonna talk about the truth of making 6 figures your first year. Is that really possible? On top of that, we're gonna go into some things you need to do to set goals, realistic expectations of the business, and how many houses you need to sell to replace your 9-to-5 income that you have right now. So let's jump right into it. So let's dive into the first thing. Can you really make 6 figures as a brand new real estate agent? Well, you can, but the truth is the vast majority of real estate agents never achieve that goal. Here's why. Because real estate is a long sales cycle. And what that basically means is, as soon as you get your license, even if you get clients the very first day, a lot of times it's gonna take 3 months if you do everything right to get that person into contract, close, and get your very first commission. Because it's such a long sales cycle, this can be a big challenge for many agents, and you really only have 9 months to make that 6-figure income. Now, this is a short period of time, especially considering you're not gonna really know what you're doing. You may not have the skills it takes to go out into your marketplace, do the right marketing, and get clients at a high capacity. On top of that, you're gonna have to market and attract people into your business, and this can cost money. So it's not only making 6 figures as a real estate agent, it's netting 6 figures as a real estate agent that everybody's after. So for example, if you're gonna spend $100,000 and you're gonna make $150,000, you really only netted $50,000 and put that money in your pocket. You see, as a real estate agent, you are self-employed. You own your own business. And that's a lot of the attraction to becoming an agent. With that being said, you have to really focus on your profit and loss statement. And a lot of new agents get carried away and they don't look at that at all. They just look at gross commission income, which is a top line number, and they don't actually look at the money they spent to earn that income on the leads, on systems, on software. There are a million different things that you get charged for as a real estate agent and someone that's self-employed. With that being said, if you do everything right and you go out there and crush it, you absolutely can make 6 figures. Just have realistic expectations, and we need to work backwards and crunch the numbers and see what it's actually gonna take to get there. And then we wanna focus on the big thing. This is the big goal. How do you set realistic goals? That way you don't get let down. Because I see so many agents get into the business with unrealistic expectations, and they do really well and they have a really good foundation, but they quit because they think they're gonna get in the first year and make 100, 200 grand. And when that doesn't happen and they make 60 or 70 or they make 40 or 50, they get disappointed and then they end up quitting. And that's a big mistake because this business can grow exponentially. So your first year, you might make 50. Your second year, you might make 70. The third year, you might make 90 or 100. And then it just keeps growing from there, because if you do the right thing and you keep in contact with your past clients and your sphere of influence, every single year, your business is gonna compound and snowball. And that's the power of being in real estate and being self-employed, because there really is no cap on your income. You just need to give it enough time and build the systems and build the processes for the thing to take off. So what's a realistic goal for you as your first year in real estate? Well, you have to ask yourself, what are you making now at your 9-to-5 job? Are you making 30K? Are you making 40K? Are you making 60K? And you need to find out what you actually need to live every single year. Like, how much money do you absolutely need to make, or you're not gonna be able to pay your bills? Once you have that number, we can easily work backwards and figure out a good first year goal. Remember, your first year in the business isn't about making $250,000 a year or making a giant amount of money. It's about getting the fundamentals down, building systems in your business, and getting yourself a good foundation to build on for your second year, where you can really take off like a rocket and build a very profitable business. But the key to this is you don't want to become a statistic in your first year and fail out of the business before you even get a chance to get the wheels turning. So, how many houses do you need to sell? Well, this is the magic number. And for you, if you make 50K a year at your job now, let's just shoot for $60,000 your first year. How do you make 60K your first year as an agent and avoid failing out? And when I say 60K, I mean 60K in net profit, not gross commission income. So what we need to do is we need to work backwards. We need to figure out what kind of money you're gonna invest up front for leads, if anything. Are you going to spend money every month on marketing? We average all that money up into your monthly expenses and then times it by 12. That's gonna give you your monthly overhead. The next thing we wanna do is figure out what is the average home in your market selling for. Are you selling $300,000 houses? Are you selling $500,000 houses? What kind of homes are you selling on a regular basis? The next thing we want to do is we need to figure out what the average commission is in your market. What's the number? And the best way to do that is simply go through MLS, take 10 properties, look at the commission rate, add them all up, and then divide them by 10. That will give you your average commission amount in your market. Once you get that number, you'll be able to work backwards and find out exactly how many homes you're gonna need to sell. And what you wanna also do is, don't forget your broker split. Is your broker charging a 70-30? Are they charging an 80-20? What that basically means is, are you gonna keep 80% of the commission and they get 20, or is it a different split? We wanna calculate all that into the equation. And based on those numbers, you're gonna be able to dive in and find out exactly how many homes you're gonna need to sell. And then we can work backwards from there and set a realistic expectation for how many homes you need to sell every single quarter. And that will make it much less stressful for you as a new agent, and you'll help yourself for not burning out, because so many agents, they really do set themselves up with a good foundation. They have the skills to do it, and they set a very unrealistic goal. And trust me, I did this myself when I first joined the real estate business. And it's terrible because these agents could build really profitable businesses, but because they don't come out of the gate with the right expectations, they get let down, they burn out, and then they go back to a 9-to-5 job that they hated in the first place. So drop it down in the comment section below. How much money do you want to make your first year in real estate, and how many homes do you actually have to sell to make that happen? Thanks so much for watching. We love to help you build your very own real estate empire. For more videos on real estate and personal finance, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll be coming out with more real estate content for you.